and welcome to Oweleketv News. I am Antonia Nwokolo. The news headlines. Peter Obi links grains from Ukraine to hunger and economic mismanagement. United Arab Emirates yet to lift visa ban on Nigeria. On the foreign scene, Trump and Biden dominate Super Tuesday contests. And in sports, quadri gold jinx continues. Edem wins first medal. Welcome back. Now the news in details. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party at the 2023 general election, Peter Obi, has suggested that Nigeria is getting grain donations from Ukraine because of economic mismanagement and widespread hunger. Making these comments in response to the defense made by the President Bola Tinubu-led government after Obi frowned at the Nigerian government for taking grain donations from war-torn Ukraine, the former Anambra governor said that Egypt, who the defendants of the Tinubu government used to validate the decision, moved to accept grains from Ukraine, shared a historic business relationship with the European nation. Obi, in a post on his official X account on Tuesday, argued that the donation made by Ukraine to Nigeria was an emergency donation that was geared towards fighting growing hunger. The United Arab Emirates is yet to lift the visa restriction on Nigerian travelers. A document which earlier circulated online and shared by the Special Advisor on Information and Strategy to the President, Bayo Onanuga, indicated that the suspension was lifted. Hours after the news gained traction, Onanuga refuted the claims on his X account and said the Emirati was yet to lift the visa ban and the document in circulation was not authorized either by the Nigerian government or the United Arab Emirates. In October 2022, the UAE banned citizens from approximately 20 African nations from entering its borders. Among the affected countries are Nigeria, Uganda, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Sudan, amongst others. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has announced an increment in scholarship and bursary for students of Lagos State origin in tertiary institutions. He said his administration would henceforth pay 225,000 naira scholarship and 60,000 naira bursary as against the current 200,000 naira and 50,000 naira. The governor also announced scholarships for less privileged and physically challenged students in public tertiary institutions. The scholarship will not be limited to Lagos indigenes alone. He also announced the appointment of 4 former student union leaders as senior special assistants. They are Eniola Opeyemi, Kapo Samuel, Giwa More, and Adeola Adewumi. Governor Sanwo-Olu spoke during a one-day interactive session with student union leaders and stakeholders in Lagos State, organized by the Ministry of Tertiary Institutions, and teamed students as strategic partners in the governance process, challenges and prospects for youth development. The event was attended by members of the State Executive Council, education stakeholders and delegates from 13 public tertiary institutions, including Lagos State University, University of Lagos, Lagos State University of Science and Technology, among others. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleke TV. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleke TV, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back. In response to recent circulating speculation on social media, the office of Senator Adams Aliyu Oshomole issued a press release to clarify and debunk claims surrounding a purported plan by Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki to initiate impeachment proceedings against his deputy Philip Shaibu. The release aims to set the record straight regarding false assertions that Senator Oshomole has been approached by Governor Obaseki to influence APC lawmakers in supporting the alleged impeachment move. The statement, signed by Honorable Victor Oshoke, Senior Legislative Aide in the Office of Senator Adams Aliyu Oshomole, categorically denies any engagement between Oshomole and Obaseki on this matter. Furthermore, it underscores the responsibilities of the Edo State House of Assembly and Judiciary in impeachment processes, emphasizing the commitment of Oshomole to fostering goodwill within the APC ahead of the upcoming governorship election in September 2024. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general elections, Peter Obi, and his running mate, Baba Ahmed Dati, have announced scholarship for Awalu Salisu, a Kano-born tricycle rider, for returning the sum of 15 million naira to the owner. It was last year September reported how a 22-year-old tricycle rider Salisu returned 15 million naira that was forgotten by a passenger who came from Chad to buy goods in Kano. Obi, who was flanked by the proprietor of Bayes University and his running mate Ahmed Dati, said Salisu's feeding, schooling, accommodation and others will be handled by Bayes University until he graduates. Salisu became the talk of the town after he found 15 million naira, including some CFA currency, and returned it to the owner, who is from the Republic of Chad. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has harped on dialogue as the only panacea to help resolve various conflicts in Africa. He made the statement in Abeokuta at a youth leadership symposium with the theme Opportunities for Peace, Roles of the Youth in Conflict Prevention in Africa. He said efforts to inculcate a culture of peace and security in the youth must be redoubled to spur them to be at the vanguard of promoting peace rather than being used to perpetrate violence on the continent. The program was put together by the Center for Human Security and Dialogue in collaboration with the Institute for African Culture and International Understanding. Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library. It reports that the program was part of activities lined up for the 87th birthday of the former president which came up on Tuesday, March 5th. The Controller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, said the service has arrested about 120 trucks smuggling food items from Nigeria to other countries. Speaking at the sectoral debate organized by the House of Representatives, the Customs Board said the President has given a directive that the arrested trucks be diverted to the local markets in the areas where they were arrested in order to force down the process of grains and other food items. He, however, decried the attitude of border communities who have engaged security agents in a bid to smuggle grains out of the country, adding that the decision to halt the smuggling of food items was to fight hunger and not encourage those who want to enrich themselves at the expense of the people. He warned against adopting quick-fix solutions to addressing the food scarcity in the country, adding that the country must put in place long-term measures to address the situation. He also said that the customs was playing its part in ensuring that the problem of food security is addressed, adding that currently most agricultural inputs attract zero duty and zero VAT. Up next are stories on the foreign scene after the break.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleke TV. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleke TV, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back. On the foreign scene, President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump swept to victory in statewide nominating contests across the country on Tuesday, setting up a historic rematch in November's general election. Despite low approval ratings for both candidates, Trump won the Republican votes in a dozen states, including delegate-rich California and Texas, brushing aside former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, his lone remaining rival, who no longer has a viable path to the nomination. Her only win of the ninth thus far came in Vermont, after a commanding performance across 15 states where more than one-third of Republican delegates were up for grabs on Super Tuesday. Trump had all but clinched his third consecutive presidential nomination, despite facing a litany of criminal charges. Trump and Biden trained their focus on each other as the results became clear. In a victory speech delivered at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida, Trump focused on Biden's immigration policies and called him the worst president in history. In entertainment, Davido's aide, Israel Afere, also known as Israel DMW, has once again taken to Instagram to curse his estranged wife. The logistics manager told his estranged wife that no business she lays her hands on would succeed. and any guy who would touch her would die on the same day. He also uploaded a photo of Sheila's mother, claiming she was the reason their wedding collapsed. He then shared photos and videos of VIPs from his and Sheila's wedding, telling them they will be compensated for the time they spent flying to attend a wedding that did not last up to a year. He ensured that the comments were disabled. In sports, Nigeria's highest-ranked table tennis player Aruna Quadri lost the men's singles final of the table tennis event of the 2024 African Games to arch rival Omar Asa in Accra, Ghana on Tuesday. Quadri lost 4-3 to the Egyptian to settle for silver, Nigeria's second medal at the Games after Offiong Edem had earlier claimed bronze in the women's single event on Tuesday. Quadri, who's making his fourth appearance at the Games in Accra since his debut in 2011 edition in Maputo, Mozambique, has never won an African Games gold medal. And just before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. Peter Obi links grains from Ukraine to hunger and economic mismanagement. United Arab Emirates yet to lift visa ban on Nigeria. On the foreign scene, Trump and Biden dominate Super Tuesday contests. And in sports, Quadri gold jinx continues. Edem wins first medal. And that's the package on our news bulletin. Kindly follow us on all our social media platforms at Oweleketv. Our website is www.oweleke.tv. I am Antonia Nwokolo. Thank you for watching.